Afternoon, esteemed judge and distinguished guests. My name is Feven Wolde, and I am a rising junior at High Point High School. This summer, I had the opportunity to intern at the law offices of Gabriel J. Christian and Associates. It feels like just yesterday, July 3rd, we gathered for the opening luncheon. Full of excitement, that day we stood before you and shared our mission statements, our dreams, and the goals we hope to achieve during this incredible journey. Today is August 6th, and as I stand here reflecting on the journey we've taken, I can say with full confidence that my experience as a Law Links intern has not only met, but truly exceeded everything I hoped for. In the beginning, I shared with you all that this opportunity was a step forward on the path of my professional journey and my future in the legal space. From the moment I stepped into the law offices of Gabriel J. Christian, I could sense that something powerful happened. What I didn't know at the time was just how deeply that would affect me. It would shape my perspective, sharpen my goals, and transform the way I saw the law and the world around me. As a Law Links intern, I was given more than just an introduction to legal work. I was immersed in it. With Attorney Christian, every task, every document, and every conversation was an opportunity to grow, to learn, not only about the law, but about life. I didn't just observe a law firm at work. I became part of a community who's close-knit, fast-moving, deeply supportive. Collaboration wasn't just encouraged there, it was a standard. Everyone was willing to pause what they were doing to support one another. This experience taught me what the true value of teamwork, humility, and open communication. More than anything, I realized that my greatest achievement as an intern wasn't what I learned from a book. It was the growth I experienced in character. The people I worked with felt like defenders. They carried themselves with honor, humility, and passion for justice. The hospitality they showed me in the office felt less like a workplace and more like a home. An example, Attorney Tonto showed me the sense of leadership rooted in her integrity, and she taught me to be courageous and do what's right, even when it's hard and even when everyone else seems to not choose to do that. Because of this program, I had the rare opportunity to visit places I would have never been able to, like Prince George's County Forensic and DNA Lab, and the evidence storage facility. Walking through those spaces felt like stepping into the beating heart of the justice system. I saw how the law comes together and brings truth and light, and evidence can be used to be a voice for those who can't speak. Every detail, no matter how small, plays a part in the pursuit of justice. We learned how in criminal and rape charges, evidence can be stored up to put in the facility for up to 75 years in case a case would be reopened. And so another one of my most unforgettable moments was meeting Chief Justice Bader and Chief Justice Wells. Standing before someone who just carries such responsibility and moral leadership made it clear that the law is more about service and standing up for others and not just about the courtroom and rules and procedures. As a Law Links intern, it's been one of my most valuable experiences, and it's given me clarity and more confidence on what I want to do in my future. After witnessing what it truly takes to be an attorney, I now understand that there's so much discipline and compassion that is required in this the field demands. And I know that I'm willing to embrace every challenge and experience. Yes, it was intimidating at times. Being in the courtroom, seeing the sheer number of case files, the endless pages of legal documents, it was a bit overwhelming. But I wouldn't trade that experience for anything, because behind every file and behind every case number I learned is a real person who's often scared, with feeling so much uncertainty, desperate for guidance. That realization stayed with me. It reminded me why I wanted to pursue this path, why I applied to be a Law Links intern, to be a source of hope, a voice for the vulnerable people, and an instrument of justice. At the law office, I saw people who treated their work not just as a job, but more like a calling. I saw them kind of like guardians of law. They were tireless in their efforts, committed to every detail. Some people would stay past 5 p.m., but I was ready to go. And they were just committed in every detail and just fiercely protecting the people that they represented. I watched clients walk in with heavy burdens, and then they would walk out so hopeful. And even watching tears turn into relief and their fear being replaced by a sense of gratitude. In those moments, I understood something deep. This is what I want to do. Not for prestige or recognition, but for our humanity. And I want to say thank you to the Law Links program, to Gabriel J. Christian, to everyone at the law offices, to Mr. Silliman, and to everyone who poured into me this summer. Ms. Sydney Cherry, Judge Cotton, Mr. Sanders, the entire team of the Law Links. You didn't just teach me disperses, you didn't just teach me about the law, you showed me how to live with purpose. This program has changed me, inspired me, and taught me lessons that will stay with me far beyond this summer. And now we prepare to say goodbye. I was overwhelmed with the people I've met, the mentors who have guided me, the memories that we've created. Thank you so much for being a part of this unforgettable experience. Now I want to introduce Gabriella Redon.